Love an elbow hold. Hello and welcome to my channel. So hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm so happy to be back. I know April I was kind of absent, you only had a couple of videos from me, but we're back, it's May. Last week we had a gorgeous live, so thank you all so much for joining me. It's still on the channel, do check it out. So my name is Sarah, I am a freelance choreographer, performer, and I just make videos just about my life, things that I enjoy, things that I'm working on. So if you're interested in that, please do subscribe. And look, while we're all watching this, subscribe or not subscribe, why don't we just like this video? Because it helps YouTube algorithm just go, yes, look at this video, to everybody else who may not normally see my videos. Wow, I'm singing today. Well, I'm really excited about today's video. That's probably why I'm singing loads. So I'm drinking coffee. I don't usually drink caffeined coffee. So for today's video, as you can see from the title, I am reacting to one of my very first pieces of choreography. It's called Clock Stopped. It was from 2009. That was like a year after I graduated. So I had a year after graduating as this piece, and it was, I remember going to make it because I just worked with the students up at the Scottish School of Contemporary Dance, and the director of the school, Peter Royston, had said to me, why don't you just make a piece without any costumes, without any props, just movement and just your movement, which I had never done before because I'm always about the props and the images and the costumes. And I thought, yeah, let's do that. Let's just get into it. Enjoy it. I hope it's interesting. If it isn't, don't tell me. But I love you all. I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye. All right, here we go. So this is at a festival called Cloud Dance Festival, which was run by a producer called Chantel Guevara, and I don't think it runs anymore, but it was a really good space for young artists to try out new work. In London in particular, at the time there was only Cloud Dance Festival or Resolution, which is another platform which I've been part of many times, which I can talk about another time if you're interested. But this piece, this was the second time I took part in Cloud Dance Festival, and in this dance there's 4 of us, so I'm in it, and then there's Linda Tabraham, Steve Johnston and Jessie Brett. And this music was made by Tom Van Huffelen and Neil Nesbitt. God, it's so pixelated, the video, it's so old! You can tell the stage doesn't look that small actually on here, but actually it was so small. I think where Linda is at the moment, she's the person at the back who's got the navy v-neck. There's literally like half a metre back to back of the wall. It looks like this bigger space, but it was so small. So with all these festivals, you arrive and then you see the space, you're like, okay, and you've got to really readjust stuff. Also, let's take a note of the costumes. It's very like, well, I thought I did quite good in the costumes. It was quite contemporary dances usually, they use, well, back then it used to be all like khaki colours and like, yeah, like baggy clothes, you know, because at that time Hofesh Schechter was quite a popular choreographer who was coming up, so he was all kind of like baggy clothes. But we used, I think it was greys, navies and red, a pop of red. Oh, so funny. Yeah, do you see, yeah, I remember I still had that t-shirt that I bought for Steve to wear. I love that. But anyway. Ooh, crossfade. Yes, Steve, go. See that? Did you see that? How we just kept that going. Oh, I love it. You see all of this, what's it called? The like emphasizing of a motif, and then, my God, what's that word? When you follow along? My God, what is that dance word when you follow along from something else? Canon! Lots of canon going on. Look how frozen here, and that is a back bend that I cannot do anymore. I fucking love an invisible string. That's from Mark Brew. I worked with Mark Brew in Kanduka Youth Company. He always did. That must be a Mark Brew influence. Little bit of an attitude arabesque tap thing. Athletic. I'm supposed to be still here with everybody else, but that's just me. Basically, whenever you perform at me, I just go rogue. It's not like I can't help it. I just go rogue. I forget what I'm supposed to be doing. What the hell is my hair? I think at this point I had like a mullet and then shaved on one side. With no space, and I'm traveling not in the right. You see there, I couldn't even get down to do the proper diagonal because there was nothing at the front. I must say, I love a diagonal. You're going to see so many diagonal. I bet you also in this I've got a strip of diagonal light. I bet you I do. Oh, Sarah, come on. I was out of time there. Oh, look at Jessie. She's so beautiful. And I'm sure this wasn't all my movement. I'm sure there's movement of others. But I remember it being lots of phrases. It was made up doing lots of phrases, made bigger or smaller and put in different directions. You'll see that motif coming back. I love a hip break. So it seems like I need lots of hip breaks, lots of like lots of hip breaks, lots of like pound, lots of like hitting a wall. I love it. So cheesy, but good. But I also like that how I'm using the space well. I think I'm always quite good at that, at using space. Like I don't think yeah, I think that's one good thing I can see on this. And also I do pick up on motifs quite well, which I do like. Oh, see that little, that's what you call a development. See, the hands were out, but now we're putting it on somebody's chest, and that's. See again, now we've got the second person being still. Let's, I bet you everybody gets a moment where they all stand still. It's like textbook choreography, but look, it's all about the details. I'm always about the details. In she comes. Ooh, the light's changing. Ooh, just side lighting. Nice. Oh, knee flick. The bit of knee flick. Another. Barrel turn. Oh, mysterious. Here we go. See, this is all. Do you see lots of development? So you can see like now that was before was just still, but now we're jumping with it. You see? Do you see all these non-choreographers out there? Do you see what we do? We use the same movements, we just develop them, or at least that's what this was about. I think it was like 4 phrases manipulated, and I think everyone then made up their own solos based up on some of the material. I think was the... I can't be still, see that? I can't hold the stillness. Steve is very good at the stillnesses. Ooh, music's changing. Look at that. To this day, I still love a hold and a drop. I still love it. Moody. Hip lift. Oh, I love an elbow hold. There's nothing better than feeling the weight of someone's body in your hand. My favourite is when you hold someone's head. Oh, that's the best. There she is, the diagonal pool of light. The thing is with these festivals is usually obviously it's the same lighting for everybody, and if you're lucky you get one special, and a special means is like a special light. So there'll be one light that's rigged just for you and your company. So I'd say I probably asked for that as my special. But I bet you about 2/3 of the other companies also had a diagonal pathway of light. We loved it. I also like my lighting. I took out all the colours and it was just all very cold colours, which I thought was quite good. Oh, it's back, but it's down. See? The waving hand. You also notice I didn't even use half the light there. It's obviously in the wrong place. I think I remember arriving in the wrong place for the pool of light, for this path, the doorway of light. That's so funny. I must say I am giving myself all the solos, but usually when you're doing these projects at this early part of your career, you've got no money to pay anyone, so everyone's just coming into rehearsals around their own schedules. So you use whoever's in the room. So if you're there loads, you'll probably get loads of stage time. If you're not, you're not. That's just how it is. So no one would have felt bad. It just probably would have made sense that I took all the money. Go. So it's all the same phrases, just repeated. I think here we all chose different bits and we're doing them all slowed down, repeated in and around each other. Oh, I bet you coming up now, because it's coming towards the end, we do a big massive high energy end. I bet you that's what happens. We're building up to it now, I bet. Jessie, look at Jessie go. Ooh, look at that pool of light in the centre. Also another speciality of young choreographers. Back then, not now. I don't know what people do now. Right, we're coming into the last 2 minutes of the piece. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at this. Oh, I miss all these people. Oh, here we go. We're building up. We're doing opposites now, do you see? Oh, here we go, the final time. Let's bust it out. Go, unison, go. Oh, I remember I remember actually the music ends on a certain time, so you've got to get it right if I remember correctly. Let's see if we do it. Let's see if we do it. We kind of did. We kind of did make it. I think the lighting cue. The lighting cue must have been to stop when the music stops, but it would be nice if the lighting could have gone down just as we did that last turn, and then people would have known it was definitely the ending. But hey, the lighting person on that night would have had there was probably about 20 pieces on that night. No joke. Maybe not 20. Well, probably actually. At least, yeah, between like 15 and 20 pieces would have been teched on that night. Because I think that show they were done in batches. Like there's like 2 shows on each day. Oh, that was so nice to watch. I don't make work like that anymore, but I also think that piece was a departure from what I'd usually do anyway, because that was really an experiment, A, to see if I could be in my own work. I'd never done that before then, and also B, to make a piece that had no story, had no characters, no props, no set, and it was literally just about the movement and connecting movement. So I think on that level, if I was to review it, I think I did what I said I was going to do. It had good use of space, it had good development of material, I think it was quite good flow, and it was quite clear sections, and how things flowed into each other I thought was quite good. I think it was a bit basic. It was a bit, this is what you get taught at uni, of how to put a piece together. But I liked some of the work together that we did. I would like maybe there to have been a bit more contact work or something, which I know I was definitely into back then, but there's only a little bit between myself and Steve. But again, that probably was due to availability. But yeah, that was so cool to watch back. Oh, this is what I wrote about the piece. This piece has been a result of time spent exploring my movement and style. How can I push and challenge my already existing habits, also challenging habit versus style? This piece focuses simply on layering of movement, using music to drive the energy from complex to simple. The quartet of dancers work in and out of each other, following the same pattern, but being entangled by the music. Stripping away layers of drama, letting the movement do the talking. No props, no set, just dance. So that's what I said about it. And that's so true actually, because that was all my usual stuff that I would do, all like the flips, the shoulder stuff. And I still do all that stuff now actually. If I think about it, head rolls, like I love like a roll and a hit, or like a suspension and land kind of movement. It's so interesting. Also, that's like 12 years ago now, and seeing myself dancing back then is so nice. I think I might like to do this again. Was this interesting? Even though you've not seen the piece, maybe I could do it for well-known pieces, or not even that pieces I'm not in or that I did. If you would like me to react to some of your earlier work or your current work, let me know. I'd be happy to react to that. I think that was an idea from James Wilton. Hey James, if you're watching. If you like the video, please like it. If you really liked it, please share it. Let me know down in the comments something that you enjoyed about it, or something you didn't like about it, or if it reminded you of some of your early work. And yes, thank you so much for all your support. I see all your likes, your comments, your subscribes. Thank you. If you want to help, why not send this video to somebody who you think might enjoy it? More views, the more love. Get people to subscribe. I love you all. I will see you next week. Goodbye.